I hope everyone's having a good day. Welcome to the next episode of Table Talk Friday, everybody. My name is Andrew, and this is my best friend, Zach. Zach, how are you doing on this fine day?
I'm doing great, and I don't know if anyone in the audience was just surprised there, but Drew, you went ahead and started the episode. I feel like that's always a rare treat to see.
Have I ever started the episode before? I don't know.
I don't know if you have. So congratulations. We finally we hit the trifecta there. This is just another episode of Zach and Drew. We've been doing this little round robin thing where we haven't been able to nail down all three of us on an episode, but look forward to the next one there. It's not intentional, but life happens.
We'll all get together one of these days, and I'm sure we'll have absolutely no confliction when it comes up to the holidays. So that probably won't play into our schedule at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm usually more free on the holidays. Like, I just love pushing everyone off in my life so that I don't have to do anything over the holidays. So yeah, I'm sure that'll be easy. Anyway, I think we're gonna jump sort of into the topic that we came up with today. Oh, yeah. And honestly, this is just something that my girlfriend Eric just came up with on the fly here shortly before we started, and she said it'd be so fun if you guys did Smash or Pass with the D&D monsters, and so I thought, well, that's an amazing idea. Let me just make sure no one else has done it before. It turns out it looks like there's a lot of like-minded people in the D&D community. So this certainly isn't the first time it's been done, but it is the first time that it's been done on Table Talk Friday. Woo-hoo! And so I think that's what we're going to be doing today is going through. We're just going to start with the 5e Monster Manual. But if this segment is something that you guys enjoy, we might consider bringing it back in the future. So sound off in the comments wherever you view this podcast and let us know, or send us an email at tabletalkfriday@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to read your email there. So anyway, going ahead and just jumping right into it, Drew, do you have your monster manual in front of you?
Oh, I do. But before we jump into the actual, monsters is kind of a cruel word, right? I mean, these are potential bachelors and bachelorettes looking for a nice date,
Of course, of course.
We don't want to, use crude language here, right? We're gonna analyze their ability, maybe to take us out on a nice stroll on the beach or something, and we'll see where it goes. But I do want to say that both Zach and I are both taken. So we're not looking necessarily for a commitment here, but we're definitely gonna be perusing the menu, right? Just so everyone's on the same page. So we're not actually going on a date with any of these people, but just be aware. Don't take any offense. We're just gonna take a little peek-a-roo at how
right. Of course, I mean this is
for us.
This is obviously our hall pass situation, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All parties are consenting. So with that out of the way, we can go ahead and start at A, which is for Aarakocra.
Okay,
Drew. So Smash or Pass.
Now, I'm thinking right off the bat, right? Aarakocra, I mean, they're good looking, right? I mean, now they got the beak. The beak is a little off-putting, right? Because I don't know how I feel about kissing a beak. But I am getting kind of a Aladdin vibe from this Aarakocra. I feel like, if we were going on a first date, maybe he'd kind of show me the world, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here to see what's out there in the Forgotten Realms. I feel like he would basically be able to take me anywhere I want to go that's within wing shot, I suppose. So I feel like it would be a solid first date. I'm gonna go with Smash on the Aarakocra. Actually, I think it would be a ball.
So this is an interesting point you bring up because really my number one holdup here is what's going on downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Is it a cloaca? Because this is a bird person, right? And so I just don't know. I don't know how comfortable I am with like the singular hole situation. But if this Aarakocra is strong enough to lift me into the air, I do feel like that does earn it some points.
Sweeping you off your
just
feet,
looking at their stat block though, they only have a 10 in strength and player character Aarakocra, I remember they can only wear light armor while they're flying. So I feel like
Oh.
the weight of my body might not be something that they could carry for long distances. So I'm going to have to go ahead and say pass.
Oh, that's
on
messed up,
Aarakocra,
Zach. That is messed up.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Even though they could fly at a 50-foot speed, think about how much of the world you could see on your first date there.
I mean, you're right. It could be cool. It could definitely be cool, but I'm just like you said, they're beaky, they're feathery. I mean, birds are like, they're just kind of alien to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say no.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'll respectfully disagree with you, Zach. That's fine. We can smash different monsters. That's okay. That's perfectly. I would prefer actually to smash different monsters from you, Zach.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Well, those are some great thoughts on the Aarakocra right there on page 12. And I guess if anybody listening here wants to follow along and leave us their thoughts on patreon.com/tabletalkfriday, feel free to. I'll give you page numbers that we can follow along here and give us your thoughts. Maybe even let us know what abilities you think might be compatible with yours. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this goes without saying, but before we proceed, I do just want to make sure that if you're a parent out there and you might be listening to this episode with your youngins, this may not be the episode for them. It is, I'm sure, only going to get spicier from here. So apologies for that middle of the game warning, but there you have it. So anyway, moving on. Next up is the aboleth.
Ooh, aboleth on page 13, boys. Zach, I don't know about my first thoughts here. Do you have is there anything spicy that kind of gets you about the aboleth here?
Yeah, so aboleth, for those of you who aren't aware, are large fish like monsters. They've got these long tentacles. They are from space. They're psychic. So I believe contact with an aboleth does potentially infect you with their mucus, right? I mean, I don't know what kind of freak you have to be to smash an aboleth. I'm not gonna lie. This one's an easy pass for me. I mean, just look at the teeth on that thing, and that's all I have to say. It's a definite no from me.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty ferocious looking. I mean, its mouth is literally covered in these sharp teeth. I feel like it's gonna eat me. Also, this thing, it says large. Now, I don't think aboleths are large. I think aboleths are gigantic, right? Are they really that? Are we talking about like a 10 by 10 kind of a thing here?
Yeah, I mean, by their classification in the monster manual, they're definitely it's like maybe 16 feet long, at most. So, not something that a normal human would really want to mess with, but they're not like Kraken sized. So maybe that's a point in their favor. I don't know. Still a no from me.
Yeah, I guess I'll give it a quick pass, I suppose. It's got some high charisma, so maybe it could persuade me, but I don't know. It's got that lawful evil thing going on, so maybe I'm just gonna hard pass on that one. All right. But Zach, it does have a lair though.
It does have a lair.
Is kind of
and an underwater lair, which none of this is to mention that this whole encounter, I assume, would need to happen underwater because they, let's see, they are amphibious, so they can technically come on land if they want to, but they definitely prefer to stay underwater. And again, I'm just really not into drowning with a horrible. Legitimately, Drew, I can't imagine a creature from D&D that I would like to meet in real life less than an aboleth. So I think we can just move on.
I'll leave it at that. That works for me. Up next, we have I hope I say this correctly, the Deva. The Deva on page 16, DEVA.
Yes, angels. So I'm going to go ahead and make this one easy. Deva, Planetar, and Solar, all an easy smash for me. I mean, just look at them, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, I think each and every... Now, I can only see the first two, right? Definite, solid six-packs going on here, which is definitely a perk. The third one, the Solar we're looking at, now, I can't see his six-pack, but that shirt looks like it's tearing at the seams, so that's going to work for me.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's easy, right? That Aladdin situation, Aarakocra, all of these boys, they only eat protein powder by the looks of it. I mean, they are cut. An 18th strength on the weakest variant. They do get pretty big, up to large, but I mean, really, it's just it's not a question for me. I feel like this one is an easy smash.
Easy smash. I mean, I don't know. The I'm seeing on the solar the AC is 21, which I feel like it would be actually hard to hit that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what my modifier is, Zach. I'm not sure, but it might be up there. We'll have to see.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that's the only question, right? Like, it may be a smash for you, but is it reciprocal? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if my flabby physique would be enticing to a solar. But if the mood strikes right, then who am I to deny?
No, Zach,
yeah. Anyway.
I want to give you credit here. You said flabby physique. Now I don't agree with flab. We're talking about D&D here, so we're gonna call that your natural armor, is what we're gonna say.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it definitely gives me a benefit in cold environments for sure.
Resistant to cold damage. There we go.
Yeah, advantage versus exhaustion in cold climate. Yeah.
It's terrible. Oh yeah, no, definite solid pass for sure. These guys are nice. We might have to have some of these guys on the show actually to rate us on Smash or Pass. That might be the question. So
for sure. Yeah, I'd be interested to know for sure.
Just to see what their thoughts are. But up next we have on page 19 animated objects, which I guess encapsulates a couple things here because we have the animated armor. We have a flying sword and a rug of smothering, which yes, please. So we're gonna go back to the first one. Let's just start off with the animated armor, I suppose. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on here. I mean, this guy is the smartest bulb on the tree. He's got a 1 intelligence here, and I really like my dates to kind of contribute something to the conversation. And I just don't know how much they're going to say. Even with their charisma, even if they have enough intelligence here to say something, there's a 1 charisma here. So I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of chemistry going on between me and this animated armor. What are you thinking, Zach?
Well, so I guess this begs the question, does this apply to all armor? Because if we've got, a loose... obviously, the image here is a full plate mail situation going on, but, I've played a lot of video games, and there are some suits of armor that they could get it for sure. So I won't go into any further detail there. But as long as it it's a high level armor and provides ample coverage, I'm sure. I don't know. No, it's still a pass for me. I feel like there aren't compatible parts there. I have to admit.
Yeah, plus the animated armor here that I'm seeing, it definitely looks like, I mean, it's got a high AC here. It looks like heavy plate for sure, which to me, there's just not enough to see what's going on there. I think I'm more of a medium to light armor kind of a guy. This is just a little too, I don't know. He's not giving me anything to work with here.
Yeah, honestly, and to your point, just terrible conversationalist, I'm sure. So...
All right. We do have the flying sword and the rug, which I guess we're going to have similar points to the animated armor here. Really not giving me anything in conversation here. Maybe the flying sword could be a very suave dancer, though. I don't know.
Yeah. What I will say about the flying sword, one of our good buddy Sean's D&D characters, he actually had an animated sword that he, or a dancing sword, excuse me, that he had flavored as being wielded by the ghost of his dead wife. So, if that were the situation, then maybe we could make something work. But flying sword by itself, too many sharp points. Really, just seems like it seems like a dangerous encounter any way you slice it. I mean, really, I'd probably want to invite the animated armor in that case, just to make sure I don't get cut. Easy pass for me. Rug of Smothering.
I mean, it's gonna be soft, like it
is gonna be soft,
embraceable, for sure.
Yeah. So my one argument against the Rug of Smothering, because truly, what an amazing option here, is their smother action, which let's see, it's a melee weapon attack plus 5 to hit. One medium or smaller creature. I think you and I both fall into that category. On a hit, the creature is grappled with an escape DC 13. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained, blinded, and at risk of suffocating, and the rug can't smother another target. In addition, at the start of each of the target's turns, they take 2d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage. So, Drew, let me tell you, are you feeling lucky?
See, I don't know how many rounds I could hold up against the the rug. Oof. I mean, how many hit points
I
do you
feel
have,
like
Zach? I don't know.
Yeah, so that's the question, right? I cannot possibly swing that I'm anything more powerful than a level 1 adventurer. So really, it's 50-50 whether or not I'll even make it. I mean, the average damage that this thing does is 10 hit points. I don't think I'm a paladin necessarily. I'm probably
like
a bard.
In your soul, you're definitely a paladin, Zach. Like, if you could pick one, you would definitely be a paladin.
Oh, for sure.
Do you think you could be like because you did a lot of improv in college, right? Do you think you could be like a bard of some sort?
Yeah, I feel like bard is probably where I'm landed at. So, I think before the episode we were talking about my constitution. May or may not be all that high. I do get sick occasionally. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take that back because I haven't been real sick in a long time. So I think I've got at least a 10. That's still only going to put me at 8 hit points, though. Overall, just not a risk I'm willing to take. It is the Rug of Smothering, after all. You can't possibly expect it not to smother you.
Yeah, no, that's true. Now I am taking something different from this ability that you read off, right? As I look at this, I see that in the wording, when you read it, it says, until this grapple ends, the target is restrained, blinded, and at risk of suffocating, but the rug can't smother another target. So what I'm seeing is a loyal companion here, right? Now, when you're on a date with this thing, this rug is not looking at any other creatures at this location. You go out for dinner, all eyes are on you here, right? You don't have to worry about if they're thinking about other rugs or if they want to smother anybody else, right? This thing has your full attention, which to me is a big plus. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's a big plus enough to give it the smash status. I think I'm still going to have to pass, unfortunately.
All right. So we're in agreement. Animated objects, just, Rug of Smothering, you come so close. But in the end, it's going to have to be a no from the boys. Next up is the Ankeg.
Oof.
Giant bug monster. I know, super appealing. I mean, just look at that face.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have any any arguments for the Ankeg? It does have an acid spray, so that's nice. Burn your flesh right off.
That's nice.
They do have a burrow speed, so maybe good at obtaining some privacy before you do the deed.
Oof. Yeah.
It's a hard no.
Yeah.
Definitely pass for me.
I'm giving it a hard no for sure. I also see it has tremor sense. So if you want to, if you want one of those, hit and run type of situations, right? One of those one-nighters, you're not even going to be able to get away. Like as soon as you get out of bed, this thing's going to hear you getting up in the morning. And that's going to be an awkward situation. And you don't want any of that. It's a definite no for sure.
You see, it's funny you say that. It does have tremor sense, though. So if you are looking for a committed giant bug relationship, I mean, this guy's sensitive. He knows. He senses your tremors, all right? So,
but you will never be able to surprise him with breakfast in the morning. That's all I'm saying. Because he will know you're up making that bacon.
That's true. Exactly.
All right, so I think we could jump on to the next one. That one's not real spicy there. But speaking of spice, as we jump onto page 22, we have the Azer. Hopefully I'm saying that right, the Azer. Now this man, this is a swole looking man, and spicy. He's literally in flames. He's got a flaming head of hair, and he has a hammer. I don't know if all Azers have these flaming hammers, because that to me would be a little off-settling on our first date if he showed up with that hammer. I don't know what his plans are, his intentions with that hammer. But I would be a little frightened, I'm thinking. But he's definitely easy on the eyes for sure. A little short, I think. It does say he's a medium elemental, but in the picture he kind of looks like a halfling to me. It looks a little stout. I don't know.
Yeah, so they are like made in the image of dwarves for sure. That flaming beard and hair situation, I think, is going to be a problem for some. Which, honestly, I would be willing to look past it. But Drew, I think this one is a clear cut, just based on the description here in the book. It's the start of the second paragraph. Azers don't reproduce. So I think that's cut and dry. I mean, you can smash him all day, but he is not going to reciprocate. So I think we should honor their wishes and just move on.
I mean, are we thinking maybe we just keep the Azer around for like eye candy then? I mean, literally one of his abilities is called Heated Body, which come on, Zach. I mean, maybe we just keep around. Maybe we keep him as like a backup fake boyfriend girlfriend kind of situation, when you want to scare away the other monsters that might be coming on to you.
I could definitely see that, but the description of that feature does state any creature that touches the Azer or hits it with a melee attack takes 5 or 1d10 fire damage. Again, this is my 8 hit point bard, which I think we're going to be going through as the litmus test here for the rest of the episode. That's 2 touches. 2 touches before death. So, I'll drop, right, and then I'll have to start making death saves. So,
and Zach, that's just embarrassing, dropping after 6 seconds. So I think you're right. I think we'll
yeah,
we'll get out of that one for sure.
Yeah, as cut as the bronze physique is, I do think we have to respect the Azer, and that they don't reproduce, and that's fine. That's fine.
That's cool. That's maybe some of us don't want kids, and that's a perk for someone else out there. Let us know in the comments for sure. But up next on page 23, Zach, how do we feel about the Banshee?
Smash.
No discourse there. I will agree. She's a fine looking woman. I don't know what she's got going on for her, but she's easy on the eyes, and I'm okay with that. That works for me.
Yeah, I will say the one thing that you will have to be wary of is their wail, which they can do once per day. It's only a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, but on a failure you will drop to 0 hit points. I'm assuming if you're doing a good enough job here, as I expect myself to do, then that won't even come into play. Or a whale in that context, maybe it's welcome, So maybe a little chilly. I'll give you that. But I think it's worth the risk.
Yeah, and honestly, she might be able to sweet talk us. She does have a 17 charisma going on, so that's pretty cool. She might be able to sweet talk us into something here. Although she does have that horrifying visage ability. And I don't know, I feel like that might frighten me a little. Literally, might give me the frightened condition here.
Yeah, and so I'm not trying to talk myself out of this, but they do have incorporeal movement, which does specify that they can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. I'm just going to go off of the assumption that they don't have to, and that contact is possible because they do have their corrupting touch as well. So they can touch is going to be my verdict there.
But what about a level of companionship here, Zach? Because if she could just go in and out of other people as she wishes anytime, I don't know, that might be too tempting for her. Like, I don't know what the level of loyalty is here, Well, she does take 1d10 force damage if she ends her turn inside an object, so I do have faith that she won't be putting herself at risk like that. Oh, that's true. I guess it wouldn't be good for her. Okay, I see what you're saying here. Okay, what's the mostly? I'm gonna give definitely a smash verdict on this one.
Yeah. Also, she does have an undead nature, so she doesn't require air, food, drink, or sleep. And really, what more could you ask for in a companion,
Oh,
then
right.
you're never gonna have the conversation. What do you want to eat? So
It's whatever you want, dear. Perfect.
it literally is, and there's no argument. It's just that's the way it is. Really ideal. Yeah, that's honestly even above the Angels. I'm putting Banshee at the top of my list here.
But now, Zach, what if it's one of those situations where you ask her where she wants to eat, and since she has never eaten before, she just never knows the answer, but all you're looking for is like a quick answer. Like you don't want to, whatever you want to eat, honey. Like you're looking for like a firm cookout. You're looking for a firm Taco Bell answer here, and she just gives you nothing to work with. That could be a pain in the butt.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I always know what I want to eat is the thing. I just ask to be polite. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's fair. I mean, all right. I was trying to wear her down a little bit, but we're definitely to keep her in a smash. Let's see. Up next, page 24, the Basilisk. I mean, the only thing I'm gonna say is one look and he turns me to stone. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna have to pass. He's too scary looking.
Even with that, pushed aside, I don't think there are any redeeming qualities here. This lad is, it's not like the Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets basilisk. This is it's honestly, it's human sized. It's a medium monstrosity, but it's covered in spikes. It's this gross, big lizard thing with 8 legs, and it turns you to stone. I can't justify this one. Definite pass for me as well.
I will say it also says that it's unaligned as far as alignment goes, and you're just never gonna know where this guy's what he's thinking about. Like there's no like he's not lawful good or lawful evil, like where they're kind of dedicated to one thing here. He's not even chaotic. Like you just don't even know what to expect here. He's completely unaligned. So I don't know what his values are. It could get a little spicy. So we'll just pass on.
Yeah, probably libertarian.
Right.
That's usually what they say.
Oh gosh. All right. Up next we have I'm gonna say this wrong probably. The Behir on page 25 appears to be a large electric-looking monstrosity snake thing. Oh, it does say huge. I'm sorry, it's not large. It is a huge monstrosity. Which I don't know if that's a perk or not. Maybe you could ride them around. That would be pretty cool. Give you like a, if you're into like riding horses or something, or if you've ever been to the zoo, you ride elephants, maybe it could give you a little ride around. That would be cool. But he does have a lot of terrifying abilities going on here. He can swallow you, which
so say no more, right? I feel like that's the number one selling point. It does swallow. So
oh god.
I am tempted to give this one a smash, but all things considered, I do think this is a pass for me as well. And they're foes of the dragons, which maybe you don't want that necessarily, right? Like you're just trying to have a casual encounter with a big lizard monster, and then all of a sudden an even bigger lizard monster shows up and starts breathing fire on you. Really not ideal.
Yeah, also picking up the words in their description, cavern predators. I don't think I want to describe my companion as a predator of any sort. That seems like a not good adjective to have in a partner. So let's just pass on that one. Up next, now I do see a page on beholders here, and it comes up with a bunch of them. Do we just kind of want to rate beholders overall?
Yeah, well, so we've got 3 different variants. There's the beholder, death tyrant, and spectator. Now, Drew, I'm curious. What's your rating for beholders overall? Any arguments that you might have for the beholder?
Oh, for the beholder. Let's see. I mean, they can fly, which is nice. We mentioned the Aarakocra, and of course, we gave very high ratings to the Solar, the Planetar, and I want to say it was the Deva. So, I mean, that is good. That is good, right? Lawful evil. They're committed to a cause, which is commendable. I like that. The problem is they have a lot of eyes, which
eye contact, very important in a in a lover, for sure.
That is true.
That's never going to be a problem. No matter what, you will be in contact with an eye.
But where are those eyes looking though? Like on your date, are they looking around the other tables? Are they looking at the other people? I don't know. Those are some shifty eyeballs I'm seeing right there.
Well, the thing that I'll say about the beholder that really is just a major turnoff for me is that they are xenophobic isolationists, to use the wording from the book. They're really self-obsessed. Every beholder thinks that they're the best beholder. All of the other beholders aren't even worth looking at,
Mm-hmm.
And so I really don't know if I'm into like feeding the ego of this big ugly eye monster. It is tempting though. They are large, so you could ride on their back. Death Tyrant even. You don't have to worry about the tentacle eye stalk things if that's not your your preferred flavor. Though really, what it comes down to me is if I make a wrong move or do anything to upset the beholder, they do have a death ray just packed and ready to go. And I just don't want to deal with that. I'm gonna say pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a pass. Honestly, for the sole reason that when you're on a date and you're kind of looking, you're really feeling them out to see if you have like a good connection, right? Sometimes what you're looking for is the feel of just that magic in the air, right? And I feel like when this beholder's looking at me, there's just no magic in the air whatsoever, complete pun intended for anyone that knows the anti-magic cone ability that they have. You're just never going to feel any magic in the air whatsoever when these guys are around you. So
yeah, it is definitely a major turnoff for any magic items that you have on your person at that time. I will say though, but just before we proceed, I do want to make one argument for the spectator, which does have something that his beholder brethren do not, and that is.
Don't say
true.
it.
I want you to look. You're looking at this image as I am, and audience. I implore you, if you haven't already, pause the episode here and just pull up an image of a spectator, the 5e version specifically, on Google Images, and just tell me that you're not curious what that tongue do.
Curious what that tongue do. We got the rated R episode going on.
I won't go any further than that.
No, definitely
spectator. I'm somewhere in the middle. It's gonna have to be a pass from me still as well, though, because I assume the other elements still apply, right? I mean, he's got his wounding ray. He doesn't have a death ray, but he is gonna inflict fear and confusion, and maybe some people are into that, but it's not gonna be a smash for me, unfortunately.
Well, I am seeing here on the last page of the spectator here, it says freed from service. When a spectator has fulfilled its service, it is free to do as it pleases. See, to me, this is making me think like he's unemployed. And I don't know. I kind of want my partner to be working, Like, I don't want to have to support the whole family by myself. I just feel like they're not bringing anything to the table here.
Yeah, and they their typical job, they're always going to stay in one place as a magical guardian. Only after they're freed from service do they not get another job. They just decide that their purpose is over, which... no, major turnoff there.
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
Definitely pass on these guys. Up next, we do have blights, which is a couple blights. I see a needle blight, a twig blight, and a vine blight. And for people that aren't seeing this on page 31 here, these are like nature undead people? ? I think.
Yeah, they are. They're plants risen from some dark magic. I believe they're inherently tied to the Gulthias tree, which is a tree that's risen from an ancient vampire long ago. Definitely evil creatures. You don't want to tangle with them, and so that is why it is so surprising that I will have to say, in order, Needle Blight, pass. Twig Blight, pass. Vine Blight? That's a smash.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely passing on the needle blight. The twig blight does not sound like I could do any sort of cuddling situation here. That's just not gonna work. Uh, the vine blight. I mean, it could recharge its entangling plants ability, but it does have this false appearance going on. I don't know, like I don't know. Is it like wearing a costume all the time? Am I ever gonna know the true appearance of the vine blight? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. It while it remains motionless, it's indistinguishable from a tangle of vines. So what a delightful treat when it reaches out its vines and constricts you, keeping you from moving. I'm not going to confirm or deny if if there's anything that I might enjoy in that experience, but it is going to be a smash from me. No further questions, Your Honor.
Now, the only other thing I'll say, and I don't know where I stand on this vine blight here. It does have the condition immunity of being blinded. Now, normally that wouldn't come up in a relationship, right? But I'm thinking, you know those. You ever watch like a TV where it's like a cute couple and they're on a date, and then maybe the guy comes up behind the girl and puts his hands over her eyes, and goes, "Guess who?" You can't do that with this vine blight because they're gonna know who you are immediately. There's no like they're gonna see right through your hands. So I mean,
yep.
There is definitely
and they do speak common. Yeah, and so that's funny too. You come up behind and say, "Guess who?" and it says, "I see you. I cannot be blinded."
Well, you know what? Besides, I will join you, Zach. I'll give it a smash because you know what? There's not a lot to go. They only have 3 different abilities here, and I don't think they're super bad. I'm gonna give it a chance and say that it could be a good time. You never know.
Right, and if you piss it off, the worst thing that it could do is 2d6 plus 2 bludgeoning damage to you, and that's not ideal, right? But there's definitely a chance I'm living this.
and low dexterity, you could definitely outrun this thing if you need to.
Yeah, and it's got a speed of 10 feet, so really, like, if I'm not feeling the mood, it's it's an easy situation to escape from. So yeah, Vine Blight, absolute smash.
Which I've never thought of, in my dating life. I've never kind of rated another person on how easy it would be to escape their grasp. But, that comes up when you're dating monsters, I suppose. So, yeah, I would say that's important. So, definitely a smash here. Giving them I'll give them a good chance to see what they're all about.
Bugbears,
page 33. Zach, you've interacted with bugbears a little more in D&D than I think. I've never really fought like a regular bugbear or anything like that. How do we feel about bugbears? We've had one in our party for a long time, and they were very helpful, very supportive on the battlefield, which was nice. But are all bugbears like that?
No. So inherently, the Monster Manual variety of bugbear is a chaotic evil creature. I will say, monsters of the multiverse, a lot of recent D&D material out there, media, I should say, has definitely given a kinder eye to the bugbear. And so here's what I'm going to say. They're a humanoid just like you and me. They are very hairy, but, I think it just takes the right bugbear to see that soft and fuzzy interior underneath. I'm gonna be generous here and say to the right bugbear, that is a smash.
Yeah, I think I'll agree. They don't have, too many negative connotations here. It does say they're ambushers, but, maybe ambushers just means they're really a big fan of surprise parties and things like that, which I do like me a good surprise party. So maybe they'd be a good event planners. I don't know. Maybe they throw a really good cookout, like when you get like a new house or something, like that. I think that's a good quality to have. So I'll give them a smash for sure. Now there is the Bugbear Chief variant of the Bugbear, and it does say one of their abilities is the Heart of Hrugek. I'm going to say, I do like a good date that's got a lot of heart. Like they're passionate about what they do. So I would even give the Bugbear Chief like a stronger smash than the regular Bugbear because I feel like this one's got a little more personality going on. Plus,
for sure.
Plus they come with a chain shirt, which I really like the way Bugbears look in chain. So just just a little positive for me there.
For sure. What I will warn you, Drew, is the Bugbear Chief does have advantage against being charmed, though. So you will have to be on your A game to to win that one over. So I do
okay.
wish you the best of luck.
All right, well, something to think about. I'll still give it a smash though. I think we'll move on from this with a solid feel for the Bugbears. Boulette or Bullet or however you'd like to say it on page
Pass.
34.
Hard pass.
Yeah. We're gonna pass. We're gonna pass on that one.
It's a similar situation to the Ankeg. Just this massive burrowing creature. These fellas are colloquially referred to in some campaign settings as land sharks, and I'm just not a fan of the image that conjures, and the image that they give you in the monster manual is not any better. Definitely a horrifying monstrosity that maybe could make a nice pet, a tame bullet. But I'm not gonna fuck my dog, so so I think that's really it. It's a big dumb animal.
Big dumb animal. I think it's well said. I'm not gonna say anything else about the bullets here. They're really cool in D&D and all, but they're definitely not any dating potential here. No magic in the air for sure. Up next, we do have bullywugs on page 35, which for anyone that can't see this, they are frog people, so they are medium. So it's a large, very large frog, about the size of you and I. They're neutral evil. They're a little unruly according to their descriptions here, but they are an ally with amphibians, which I do resonate with amphibians. I think amphibians are great and all, so that's nice that they care about animals and other people that look like them. They could talk with frogs and toads. That's really cool. I feel like they don't bring a lot to the table, though. Like, they don't have a lot of good traits, It's possible that we go on a date here and that there's something going on. Like, maybe they woo me, but with low charisma, they're not even that easy on the eyes, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to have to pass on the bullywugs. I don't know. What about you, Zach?
Well, I will say I'm torn here, right? Because on the one hand, they do have a standing leap that allows their long jump to be 20 feet and high jump up to 10 feet with or without a running start. So really, just imagine the thickness of those jumpers there. You know what I'm saying? Like they have legs for days for sure. But on the other hand, these fellas do. There are no player character options for bullywugs. I assume that they mostly stick to the swamps and the forests where they're in nature with other frogs and things. It's with a heavy heart that I say, because they are humanoids, right? And I just made this whole spiel about the right bugbear, right? But I just don't like the way that this one's looking at me in the monster manual. So I am, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say pass.
Yeah, no, I will agree. Nothing else to say on bullywugs there. However, on page 36, Zach, we have the Cambion. Now, she looks pretty ferocious to me, which, I guess could be
You think that's a she?
bad thing. I think so. It looks like a lady Cambion, I assume.
She could be.
I think.
I've always read this one as a male, but, maybe it's I do like there's a little seeding of ambiguity there. So, for sure. And Cambions come in all shapes and sizes. So they could be whatever variety you prefer. Yeah, Drew. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off there. What are your thoughts on the Cambion?
Well, assuming this is a woman, she seems strong and independent, right? I feel like she could handle herself if things went down. I am reading, though, that they like to procreate with humanoids who have made pacts with fiends. Now, I'm not a fiend guy myself, and also the Cambion is a fiend. I don't know. I feel like if they're being promiscuous and just getting around with the other fiends and whatnot, I'm just not a part of that scene going on. I don't know. Plus, they have they're pretty strong. What's their CR rating here? They're CR 5, but if they have some high stats, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get away from this. Like, if I get into this relationship and it just doesn't work out, I don't know what's going to happen if I decide not to pursue this. It says they're born to be bad, which I'm not really into the bad boy kind of thing going on. I'm gonna have to pass on the Cambion.
That's fair. But I'm just gonna be honest. I know myself, and they do have a fiendish charm It's a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, or you will be magically charmed for 1 day. And I do see myself being susceptible to that charm. I'm gonna give them a smash. I mean, really, they're just like tieflings. If you if you changed their creature type to humanoid, it really wouldn't make a difference there. They're just another type of half devil, half demon, whatever, half fiend. And I'm all for it. They're mostly people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I just don't know if I like the personality of the Cambion. And not to generalize Cambions, of course. I don't want to, I wouldn't want to speak for all Cambions. I'm sure there's some very nice Cambions out there. I'm just not sure if that's for me, I'll pass on that one. Up next on page 37, we do have the Carrion Crawler. Now, I don't know about relationship status here, right? I'm not sure if I'm, like, into the Carrion, but, like, maybe as a good friend, I feel like the Carrion looks super cuddly. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's like a bug-looking thing. It's a large monstrosity. It's unaligned. It looks like a big worm kind of thing going on, but it looks, I don't know. I feel like if I gave it a good squeeze, somehow it would be just comforting. I'm not sure. It doesn't have a lot of stuff. It does have tentacles for those of you that might count that as a pro. But again, they're literally labeled as predators. I just don't know if that's like a thing. I'm gonna have to pass on this one. But I feel like I could be good friends with a Carrion Crawler. Like we could be good buds. Like maybe we get together on the weekends, play some D&D.
Yeah, I'll say the same. This is the most appealing bug monster we've seen yet, but it's gonna be a pass from me. Could make a better horse than a lover for sure. I believe they ride these in the Underdark, but yeah, no, I agree. It's a huge pass. Really, I would be surprised if we find a bug man in any of these books. That does get a smash, but stay tuned. maybe we'll cover one that changes my mind.
Well, up next, we don't have any bug people here, but we do have the Centaur, which I think most people, even if you can't see it on page 38 here, most people kind of know what a Centaur looks like, right? It's half man, half horse, and this picture, just going off the look here, this is a good-looking dude. Definitely got some abs going on. Definitely decked out. I'm just not sure if I'm into dating a horse is the problem.
Yeah, so I've got a major conflict going on within me right now because on the one hand, half of it is a hot dude or a hot lady perhaps, but the other half is a horse.
Yeah.
And so see my previous comments about the Bullet. I don't know if I could get over that aspect of it. When you're half animal, you really gotta be selling me on the whole personhood thing. And I mean, even the Monster Manual calls them a monstrosity. I know Monsters of the Multiverse has playable centaurs, all right, and they're technically humanoids now. But this variety, this garden variety centaur, I think it's easy for me to unfortunately, having deliberated, I do think it's gonna be a pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree for sure. But good first date idea. I feel like in a lot of the movies nowadays, like those Hallmark Channel stuff, you see like maybe the guy pulls up in like a Harley and he's got his leather jacket on, and the girl's like, oh wow, and she wants to get on the motorcycle and go for a ride. I feel like that would be a really nice first date. You get up on the horse end of this centaur, you kind of wrap your arms around him. And he kind of takes you for a ride, maybe around the forest, or maybe he's in the Fae. Maybe you get some good views in the Feywild. I feel like I would have a good time with a centaur, but I don't think it's gonna be for love,
Yeah, I'll agree.
Oof.
Moving on, I do think this one's gonna be an easy choice. Chimera, that's a pass.
Yeah. It's for anyone that can't see, it's on page 39. It is a large monstrosity. It has 3 heads, which is kind of a deal breaker for me. I'm not really into the multi-headed people. Nothing against them, but it's not my flavor. I do see they have a head of a dragon, a head of a lion, a head of a goat. Yeah, that's that's I'm good. I'm gonna pass.
Yep, easy peasy. We'll move right along. Chul. large aberration. You know, you love to see those big claws on this fella. He's like a big lobster Cthulhu-looking thing. You know, I'm feeling a lightning round coming on, Drew. That's a pass.
Really? Okay, yeah. No, I not that really like I'm surprised. They're really scary looking, gross things. So yeah, I'm gonna pass that one. Agreed. And as we pass,
all right, moving
as
on.
We pass here, maybe we go into maybe we do 5 more lightning round style. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go for it. Next up, the cloaker.
Cloaker.
All right. So, quick argument here. You know, those wings, I'm sure, great hugger there. They do disguise themselves as like a cloak or a piece of clothing. So, you know, you could definitely see a benefit there. But once you see the face, you really understand the mistake you've made. That's a pass.
Yeah. I'm going to say the same thing. You know, definitely a good cuddler for sure. Those wings look like they could just snuggle you right up. Not a fan of the face. They do have one of their abilities is called just moan, which I don't know, you know, who's into that.
That's cute.
But you know, I'm gonna still pass on that one.
All right, cockatrice. It's a bird. It turns you into stone. That's a pass.
Yeah.
No animals really.
Also, it's small. You can't even ride this thing. So, there's like it could fly, so it can't even take you for a cool ride. So I'm definitely lightning round. I'm gonna pass on that one as well.
Absolutely. Next up, the quaddle. Also, like a weird animal-looking creature. It is a celestial, and it is lawful good.
That's good. I think that's a pro.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I thought that this was an easy pass, but I'm looking at their actions here, and they can change shape. The quaddle magically polymorphs into a humanoid or beast that has a challenge rating equal to or less than its own. With that in mind, the right quaddle, that's a smash.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna give this a hard pass for 2 reasons. Lightning round explanation. It says they're truth tellers. It says they can't lie, but they can withhold information, answers questions vaguely, or allow others to jump to the wrong conclusions. So I don't know if they're gonna be honest with me or not. It sounds like they might be dancing around lies here. And number 2, it says shielded mind. They're immune to scrying and to any effect that would sense its emotions, read its thoughts, or detect its location. I'm never gonna know where this thing is. And if I call, I want to know exactly where this guy is. If he's, you know, what he's doing, where he's at, is he at the grocery store? And also, shielded mind, to me, I get the vibe that I'm not going to connect with him. You know, like maybe he just kind of turtles up and doesn't let me in. I'm just not sure. I'm going to give it a pass.
Okay. Again, this was supposed to be lightning round, but I do want to make one more argument in the quaddle's favor, which is at the bottom of its description. The monster manual does read, "The mating ritual of quaddles is a beautiful and elaborate dance of magic and light, which results in a gem-like egg from which a new quaddle hatches." And truly, what more could you want out of a mating ritual than a beautiful and elaborate dance of magic and light? Truly, easy smash.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my answer after knowing that. That's definitely a smash. We're gonna skip over the emotional toll I have on me there.
There you go. Next up, crawling claw.
Nope.
That's a smash.
What? What? No, absolutely not. This is, for anyone that cannot see, this is page 44. This is literally it says crawling claw. It's a hand with a bone sticking out. Not even a good-looking, well-manicured hand. This is a disgusting zombie hand that just fell off somebody. This is, no, absolutely not.
Well, it is immune to effects that turn undead. But you know, here's my quick reasoning. It's a hand, and that's all you need, right?
No.
No baggage. I mean, it doesn't even have a face. But you know, as long as it seems like it's down, you know, I feel like that's an easy, low commitment encounter. I will say no more. Crawling claw is a smash. That's easy.
Hard pass. I'm not getting anything from this creature. And I think that concludes. Let me double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should we do one more? One more for the lightning round?
Sure, why not? Cyclops.
Look at their abilities really quick. They really don't bring anything to the table. I'm a big, strong person. That's great. Give me a quick embrace. But I think I'm going to have to pass just because they don't have any cool abilities or anything. Like, they just really don't bring anything to the relationship. Pass.
So, I don't want to out myself as a degenerate here, but but if you ever wanted to be stepped on, they've got you covered. I'm gonna say the one eye thing isn't a problem for me, and these are just big looking creatures, right? So maybe not the stereotypical Cyclops they give you here with his big club, he's swinging it. That seems like a problem to me. But like a nice Cyclops, right? You wine and dine with them. They've got poor depth perception, which, same. So I feel like we've got a lot in common. And yeah, I would definitely give a Cyclops a chance. You know what I'm saying? That's a smash.
I think on that note, that's we're gonna wrap up this episode. I think we've accomplished what we set out to do. Made it through pages 1 through 45 of the Monster Manual, doing smash or pass. For those of you listening, please let us know what you thought on social media here. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. On Twitter, or X, better known as nowadays, we share some of our shenanigans in our campaigns that we do nowadays, just kind of some crazier stuff going on. And then on Facebook and Instagram, we talk more about things to come on the podcast, where I might make a post about Zach's thoughts on the Cyclops or the crawling hand here. Who knows? For those of you who want to check us out a little bit further, check us out on patreon.com/tabletalkfriday, where you get exclusive content like post shows, also get some early access to all of our episodes, as well as some other benefits if you decide to go with a high tier, such as our wonderful patron, good old Gamer, who's been with us for quite some time, many months, and has been a fantastic supporter of the show. Thank you, good old Gamer. Hopefully you agree with some of our thoughts here on these Smash or Pass. Without further ado, Zach, I guess fittingly, can I have my monster date literally take me out?
We need a drum roll here. Caw! It's me, the Aarakocra, from step 1. Remember? It's me. You said smash. You gotta do it. Here I am. Anyway, I'm so happy to be picking you up at 1:14 p.m. in the afternoon for our little flight date. So, without any further ado, hop on my back and I'll carry you. I'll do my very best. I hope you don't fall. And for everyone else listening, thank you for watching the show, and please don't follow us. This is going to be an interesting date. So anyway, we just like our privacy. Thank you.